dealing with lame, petty bullshit typically associated with career achievement. To be serious for like a hot sec, we also want to start with a caveat and a disclaimer that what we discuss in this career book is not going to make sense for everyone. First of all, if you're the type of person who has never really enjoyed or felt interest in working, but have always wanted kids and genuinely feel fulfilled in taking care of your home, then this book is really not going to apply to you. But you should read it anyway because it's funny and you're probably bored out of your mind chasing toddlers around your kitchen. For real though, we have a ton of respect for women who genuinely want to be full-time mothers and have the resources to do that. Plus, your kids will never get to be all like, "You didn't even raise us, the nanny did." We feel strongly that if that is what you want to do, then that is exactly what you should do. We also realize that all three of us come from specific, pretty privileged backgrounds, upper middle class, college-educated, white, able-bodied, and some of our advice cannot be taken by women in situations that are unlike our own. We also realize that we have a unique situation of career experience in the startup world, and that literally everyone's personal situation is different. We're going to be making generalizations throughout this book that may not sit well with everyone, and, for once in our lives, we truly mean no offense. Enjoy this book for its humor, reap the benefits of whatever advice might speak to you, and leave the rest behind. Okay, now back to our very strong and important opinions. A lot of think pieces have been thought-pieced about the internet and millennials' usage of it, but one gift that it has for sure given each of us is the ability to be our own brands and to start our own initiatives without the barriers of previous decades. It's now easier than ever for young people to build our own paths. And we don't just mean using the internet to blast out your new coconut pepita raw ball recipe to 200 people. We mean taking online courses to invest in yourself if you hate what you do and want a career change, or reaching out to people who would otherwise be inaccessible strangers for advice or new career opportunities. Not to sound lame or idealistic, but the internet contains so many more tools to help us do what we want to do and become what we want to be. So if you're still the person who literally doesn't care at all what you make of your life, the only thing stopping you from attempting to make changes at this point is laziness. We get it. We also just need to rewatch the entire series of The OC again. For anyone who's been following Betches from the beginning, you may recall that we used to ruthlessly mock people who tried in earnest to achieve anything or who worked hard in pursuit of their passions. Not doing work was literally one of the major pillars we wrote about in our first book, Nice is Just a Place in France, How to Win at Basically Everything. Since then, we've grown up and had a change of heart. Suddenly, not giving a shit about anything doesn't seem so cool anymore. Once we realized that working and pursuing a goal was nothing like we had been taught in school. See, school is the problem here, not us. Our perspective dramatically changed. We realized that a career doesn't have to be this anxiety-inducing, dreadful, boring, cookie-cutter thing. If you set yourself up to do something that motivates you and that you actually find fulfilling, your career can be as empowering as the motivational posters have been saying all along. Doesn't that sound like it's worth giving a shit about? Who are we and why you should listen to us? It's probably time that we introduce ourselves. We're Aileen, Jordana, and Sammy, the co-founders of Betches Media, which was Betches. Also, Betches Love This. Also, Betches Love This site, for the truly OG readers, and the co-authors of this incredible book you're currently half reading while streaming Netflix. The three of us met in elementary school in Roslyn, New York. Aileen's and Jordana's moms were both OBGYNs and introduced the two at their 5th grade graduation. Meanwhile, Aileen and Sammy lived around the corner from each other and naturally sat together on the bus in an attempt to soak up each other's awesomeness. Without the shooters, this was like 5th grade. And as we grew older, we only got closer. We were in a lot of the same classes, had a lot of the same friends, and all laughed at the same weird shit. Fast forward to, like, going to college and shit. Yes, we all went to Cornell. Ever heard of it? And lived together our senior year.